We've been showing so many images, now seeing it even from Sky 5. There's so much obvious damage.
But also the loss of what you cannot see, which is equally deep and painful. Scott Mason focuses on the historic devastation of McDowell County.
It's unfathomable at this point.
McDowell County.
So much has just washed away.
Like that?
Yes. It took just a couple of seconds.
Steve Little, the longtime mayor of Marion.
Major mudslides.
The yellow house in the town of Old Fort
was destroyed. It collapsed. It just completely collapsed.
We hear about Valley Forge. We don't hear about places like this.
Old Fort was once a fort during the Revolutionary War,
which was the largest volunteer militia that showed up right here in this valley. 2,700 men with their own rifles and their own food.
There is destruction of physical property, but beyond that, in your area, there's destruction of history.
That's right.
That yellow house.
That is the office of the manager of the Mountain Gateway Museum. This was one of the repositories of archives for the state of North Carolina. So I hope the archives are all in that building, but I have not yet heard.
This is the spine of the continent right here.
The historic orchard at Alta Pass near Little Switzerland, also in McDowell County, home to 3,000 heirloom apple trees.
These are historic trees that have been there for 200 years or more. I hope that they were not washed away, but they're on the hillside up there at Little Switzerland.
I'd been collecting stories about the flood of 1916, 50, 60, 70 feet above flood stage.
History repeats itself.
It's absolutely heartbreaking.
This tunnel was the ultimate challenge.
The rail line through McDowell County, also historic.
The very first use of nitroglycerin in the southeastern United States was in this tunnel.
They're blasting through the mountain.
They're blasting through the mountain, and it's dark.
The railroad is in terrible condition right now.
Sections of the rail line
that are suspended in air 15 to 20 feet above the ground right now. We haven't even mentioned yet the fatalities, but there are, and they are so sad.
So sad. The loss of life, loss of property, loss of history. What does the future hold?
It will be a long haul, but we will recover. I know we will.